Hi, in this video we're going to take a look at this personal heater. The brand is Aikoper and I've had this for almost a year. So this heater has several options and we'll turn it on in a minute so you can hear it run. So it has a fan option and it has 3 power levels. So you can see there it's got 1, 2, and 3. So 3 different power levels, which is really nice. A lot of heaters only have 1 power level or 2 power levels. Also within each power level you can adjust it between minimum and maximum. And it also has a safety switch in case someone knocks it over on accident so it turns off. I'm going to go ahead and plug it in and make sure it's off first. Oh, the extension cord itself is a good distance. I feel like it's very similar to other heaters. I feel like most personal heaters have a decent length when it comes to the extension cord. I've never really been in a situation where I have a personal heater and I feel like the cord isn't long enough. Maybe it's because usually there's an outlet near me where I'm working, and so I can just plug it in and it works great. Oh, and it has a handle that you can use it to carry it when you're moving it from room to room. All right, let's go ahead and plug it in and test it out. And again, I've had this for over a year, and this one's actually been used quite a bit. So this personal heater has been used pretty consistently, especially during the winter. This one was used quite a bit. Let's go ahead and turn it on fan mode. Okay, so the fan mode is not running right now because it was on min. So that's interesting. Check this out. You see how it's on min? So the fan will shut off when you put it on min. So if I raise it, it turns on. So this adjusts the heat, which is kind of weird because there's no heat. So whenever it's on fan mode, it's just air that's coming out. However, you can adjust the heat option, and when you turn the heat all the way down, the fan turns off. The reason it does that, I think, is just by design, because if I turn it on 1, it should be getting hot in a second. It's not hot yet. It's not hot yet. It's starting to get warm, so it takes a minute. Let's go ahead and put it on max. Now it's starting to get a little bit more warm, but not super warm. Let's put it on 2. Oh, it's significantly warmer. I can definitely feel the difference. Let's put it on 3. Definitely warmer. So 3 is the highest setting, which should be 1500 watts. I believe that would be the highest setting on this one. Another really nice feature of this one is if you knock it over, it turns off. And that's because of this safety switch, which you can see, which I really like. So watch what happens when I press it. It turns back on. You see that? So that's very, very convenient. So off, on, off, on. And so this has actually happened to me. Maybe you're in a hurry, maybe you're hungry and the pizza gets here, and so you get up out of your office chair and you just knock it over. Well, it turns off. That's a really, really nice safety feature to have. On any of the settings, including the fan setting, when you adjust the temperature, if you go max all the way to min, it shuts off. So very, very nice, very convenient. As far as energy expenditure, this is something that I always wondered, and I did an experiment with this last winter. So I have what's called baseboard heat here, which is like metal on the sides, and it gets hot when you turn it on. So I have individual heaters in each room. So you might say, why do you have space heaters if you have individual heaters? I have found that these are just more energy efficient, right? You can turn them on and it's just heat. So I feel like this, in my personal experience, is much more efficient than using the baseboard heat here that I have. And I think it's because the baseboard heat has to initially heat up, and that takes up a lot of energy. And perhaps once it's on, it uses less electricity, but that's not what I found. I found that the best way to conserve electricity in the winter is to have several of these or just one of these and then just move them from room to room, or just keep one in each room so that you can heat up the room that you're in. I feel like that's a better way to conserve electricity. So I do think they are fairly energy efficient. Now, yeah, I think they're fairly energy efficient. I think they are. And I've looked at graphs of my electrical use, and I feel like the heaters don't really affect that graph so much. So great product. You can use it in individual rooms. You can use it in your office, in your bathroom, in your bedroom, any room you're in. You can carry it from place to place. Extension cord is long, 3 heat settings, and it's got that safety switch. The brand on this one is Aikoper, and so far so good. Again, I've had it for almost a year and I haven't had any problems with it. By the way, it does get hot. If I touch this, I can feel the heat, so I don't recommend touching it after you've been running it for a long time. Also, just a thing I have, I always unplug it when I'm not using it. So if you're not using it, just unplug it from the wall. just in case, you never know. I don't like to leave heaters on. These are powerful devices that have a lot of power, so safety first, right? Anyways, the brand is Aikoper. It's a 1500 watt personal heater. I had it for almost a year and it has served me well. No issues so far. I hope it's been helpful to you. Good luck.